And yesterday, things got very heated on the Senate floor when they talked about extending SNAP benefits for the 40 million plus who are about to lose them. Take a look.
In a nation blessed with such abundance, allowing our fellow Americans to go hungry is sadly right now a policy decision. I would argue a political decision. The Trump administration has yet again made the decision, made the choice to allow our fellow Americans to go hungry.
The senator from New Mexico was absolutely right. SNAP recipients shouldn't go without food. People should be getting paid in this country. And we've tried to do that 13 times. You voted no 13 times. You want to have a discussion about health care? Absolutely. Let's do it. Open the government, let's do it.
Is it done? Okay. Democrats are still demanding a negotiation on Obamacare extensions before they'll reopen. So the other side has to blink or something. I'm not sure what that says. But will the blame game continue? And that's the question.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but I'm over the blame game, just candidly. I said it before, I don't believe in government shutdowns. I think it doesn't serve the people. It makes the U.S. look stupid on the world stage and weak. And I think that it's DC politicians and like cable news pundits who are who's up, who's down, are Dems winning or Republicans, all while the American people are hurting. So you have federal workers who are working without pay. I've been in that position when I was a young staffer, and I was literally like, how far can I stretch my last paycheck so I can make next month's rent? Because I don't know when I'm getting paid.
And that was before you were knocked up.
And that was before I was knocked up. And then you've got these SNAP benefits expiring for more than 40 million Americans. Here's where I think this should go. So these Obamacare subsidies, basically, if they're not extended, a lot of Americans' premiums are going to shoot up. I personally support extending them for 1 year and then deciding to actually fix our healthcare system. I don't believe in indefinitely extending them, actually fix the problem. It sounds like the votes are there. John Thune is saying he will take up a vote on that, the Republican leader. I know there have been members in the House like Marjorie Taylor Greene who has supported that. Have the vote, but open the government, vote to extend those Obamacare subsidies, and SNAP recipients will be able to afford their holiday meals and provide for their families.
I'm voting for you.
Yeah. Speaker Johnson, and Marjorie Taylor Greene, speaking of her, she just said the other day that Speaker Johnson didn't even mention one policy on the phone call with his own Republican conference. So those are the people that are on his actual team, and he had not even concepts of a plan. So it would be nice if they did. My take on this, Democrats are standing for human rights across the board. So they not only believe food should be provided, they happen to break with Republicans on they feel healthcare is also a human right, which is why they're holding on to this shutdown. I think it would behoove them politically, and I hate talking politically when we're talking about people's meals and healthcare, but arguably they need to sign the CR bill, because when the Republicans either come forward with a plan and we fix healthcare, or Democrats call them on their bluff, that will fall solely on the shoulders of Republicans. So like the shutdown right now, it's murky. Who's up, who's down? If people don't get their healthcare and it spikes 114%, we're looking at about 5 to 7 million people that will lose it altogether because they can't afford it in this country. That will be a game-changing moment, and it will be clear who's at fault on that.
What is the end game exactly for the Republicans to try to hold people hostage against their health care, to give more tax breaks to rich people? I mean, what are they trying to do?
I don't think they have a plan. I don't think that it's close as to who's to blame for this. The Republicans run the Senate, the House. They also run the White House. Arguably, they run the Supreme Court. They are in charge.
Most Americans agree with you, Senator.
And this is a choice by the Republican Party. This is a choice. They don't care that much that premiums will go up 114%. They do not care that 40 million people will lose their benefits. They just do not care. This is a choice because Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer sent a letter to the Agriculture Secretary. Because, by the way, there's $5 billion worth of money in an emergency funding plan to cover the SNAP benefits. And the Agriculture Secretary decided not to do it. During a shutdown, there is a plan for it. Again, this is a choice by the Republican Party, and the Democratic Party has to be the opposition party at this point. Someone has to stand up for the American people. They cannot give up any leverage. They cannot give it up. They've got to stand strong. Because if they sign this bill extending, if they sign this bill for the SNAP benefits, the Republican Party is going to vote down extending the Affordable Care Act
Let
premiums.
that fall in limbo, Sunny, because to
But-
what end?
well,
If Democrats
there's
don't
also-
give, they don't have
Healthcare
power.
is a human right.
Agreed,
Food
but
is
it's
a
not.
human right.
I
They
think we're
have to stand strong.
I think we're respectfully oversimplifying it because these SNAP benefits have been congressionally authorized and Republicans have voted for them. They have been voted to be paid for so that we are just stopping and pausing and not giving them.
Are
It's
they going
dishonest.
against Trump with that?
No, they've been authorized.
What
for,
they want to do
like,
is take down Obama's legacy.
But
The Affordable Care Act is President Obama's legacy, and
This is where I
Trump wants it
strongly-
gone.
This is where I disagree and think a one-year extension of Obamacare subsidies helps people who are about to have those skyrocketing premiums. You cannot pull the rug out from people and say your premiums are going up by 100%. But healthcare is broken in this system. I don't think that Obamacare is this wonderful thing. I think we have a monopolistic system. I think we have predatory insurance companies.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that most
that
people they have coverage, but their coverage is not good.
But like
so I'm
Sarah
not
said,
in this like
Margie,
it's a sacred cow.
So
we can't
you
fix
know,
it.
the
We have to
Republicans
fix
don't
it.
have a plan to fix
That's
it.
where I agree.
But
If you
let
can't
them
do
vote
it
on that. Let it go to vote. Democrats, now we know they're fighting for these rights.
The only
Now,
powers they
sign
have
it
is
and
not
say,
to-
okay, Republicans, show us what you got.
You have a
No.
one-year extension and let's come together. There has never
If
been
there is a one-year
consequence.
extension.
Can we not forget, just as we're talking about all this, that this helped Speaker Johnson delay confirmation of Congresswoman.
Yeah, get it up,
Exactly,
get that
that's
government
true.
up.
So it's, this is
Choice, intentional.
it's all been intentional.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's all been intentional, whether it's the farmers in the farmland, whether it's, people trying to get their money, whether it's changing what education, it's all been intentional.
Yes.
And the only thing that we can do is find out where you're at in your neighborhood, who needs what. If you got extra, you got to share.
Yeah.
Because they're not, it's great that they all say they're paying attention and all this stuff that they're doing, but we don't have time to wait. We have to take it into our own hands and take care of each other. Regardless of what your party is, this is what we have to do.
And you're seeing that